What's up guys, this is Gaming, your channel for fresh arena and other content. Of course, it's always quite valuable. Today I've got some tank solo lane video for you. We're talking about Roxie. Roxie is the girl who's got some rollerblades or roller skates on. She's got her little helper with her. She's got a lot of fire damage and she is a tank mage warrior role, which is kind of unique. We've got a couple of tank mages as well in the game, but they are not the popularity, and therefore we're going to take a closer look on what to build in 2021. And I've got some gameplay for you, which might be actually surprising, but it is a good lesson on how you can win or lose games in the end, but we're going to talk about that right after the build section. So if you like this kind of content and you haven't subscribed, I would be happy for another subscription. Of course, likes are always appreciated, and if you've got something to say, just put it down in the comments below. The comment section is free. So I wish you the best fun now with today's video. Alright guys, so as you can see, the new build or the new line of builds is rather focusing on having some mage support, so getting something for the abilities, then rather take something to increase her tankiness. Like the later builds or the builds that you might have seen before look somehow like this. That's the jungle build, for instance, or something like that. So you've got a lot of armor and health items that of course are complementing her playstyle in terms of being a tank, but we are rather focusing on something that is both helping her as a tank on the one hand and as a mage on the other hand. So we've got Barry's Agony as well as Frosty's Revenge to increase our mage damage, but as well give her some really needed armor. We're going with Gaia Standard. We've got the Frost Guard, and I'm using Soaring Aura as the last item because it reduces the magic defense of enemies within 800 units, which is really good because of course we are dealing magical damage with our ability number 1. This is kind of like this flaming spur that you are leaving behind you. It looks a little bit like the stuff that Singe does in League of Legends, but no questions asked any further. So this is the build item-wise. Arcana-wise, of course, we are going to increase our ability power by a little bit, and then we are focusing on getting more HP as this remains and lets us stay longer in the game. Therefore, I'm going with 10 times Violate. This is the mage damage boost. I just want to have a little bit more damage initially at the beginning of the game, than rather go on full max HP. Benevolence is there for the max HP, as I already said, and we've got Valence here for getting max HP and cooldown speed because you want to maintain your shield as long as possible. Your shield is really good. And enchantment wise, we are focusing on utility and sustain by a lot, by like basically we're focusing on that mainly. Therefore we're going with the River Treader. We've got here Regrowth. Regrowth is really good because it's improving our shield effects. Then we've got the shield from Explosive Shield, Enhanced Restore and Devourer are complementing the build, giving her a really good health pot on the one hand and making her quite a damage dealer on the other hand, and you're going to see that for yourself in the upcoming video right now. Oh yeah, I've just skipped the first minute with the loading screen as nothing has really happened. We just bought some boots. I'm going to focus on our Gilded Greaves at first, and then afterwards I'm going to start with building some of the more valuable items. But speed is in that case a really good trade, as you want to deal with the stuff that Akali, I'm completely soaked up in the I'm completely soaked up in the meta from that stupid League of Legends. Irie, we're talking about Irie, and Irie does give me the first blood in this particular scene. Really nice play from the Dio-chan here. She maintained her focus, but you guys are going to see one single thing. And while we are maintaining a good amount of play control on the solo lane, our dual lane is really, really getting a beating. And I think that's what basically lost us the game in the first couple of minutes, because the early game is thrown. Like, we're going to see for the mid to the late game, but it really lost us the game in early stages. We were completely wrecked in the first couple of minutes here, and we are going to see if that is kind of going to continue throughout the game. But as you can see, it's already 1-3. We haven't played 3 minutes so far into the game, and yeah, we're going to see for ourselves if we can turn this around with our Roxie power. Unfortunately, I had to fight her here. What's happening with that vision bird? Where's the vision bird right now? So kind of nice entrance here. I have to be honest with you guys. I underestimated Irie. Especially late game, she is turning into a beast, and she is going to be quite tanky. And that was kind of like, I think that was one of the drawbacks in this game, because they had Irie and they are having armour as well. Armour is really, really good. He's just not really seen that much in my casual plays around Diamond, where I'm stuck at the moment. Like, I don't really play that much ranked, but I am on Diamond 4 right now. So they've got Irie. Irie is going to be quite tanky within the later stages of the game. And it's always good if you've got something that's also able to dish out damage, and that's something that's going to be caused by armor quite a lot, because he has this crit and knock-up effects. And yeah, let's just see for ourselves. So 3-3, we turned this around quite nicely after 4 minutes played into the game. But I had the feeling already at this stage of the game that we were not doing that well as a team. The only reason why we were able to get them all together up there on the dual lane was just because we were able to track them with 4 people. And now Zuka is defeated. Elaine is a powerhouse, of course. You have to be careful around him. He's got a really, really deadly playstyle. Dio-chan is chilling with me. She should just go up. Like, there's nothing that she can do here. I should have called retreat so that she gets the indicator that we don't really need her right now. Like, there's nothing that she can do here. We're just about to defend our tower. Now she should roam and get back to the middle lane. Enemy team already got the tower because Hayate and Zuka are not able to defend it properly. I mean, Zuka, to play Zuka in a support role is kind of a difficult, it's kind of a difficult decision anyways, because Zuka is basically a backline killer. He's really, really mobile. He's really good with the alpha damage, able to dish out tremendous amounts of damage, but then he needs to get out. And if he is in the laning phase, where the enemy is able to poke him quite a lot, and that is the combination from Laville and the armor to just sustain attacks from the enemy, then you're going to have a difficult life. I flickered in here for the shutdown because I thought it would have been worse just to shut him down and get another kill. I think you could play this situation worse than I did, and therefore we're back onto the lane. But as you can see, the enemy is roaming way more than we do. And what I tried to do was just to get back on my lane, dish out some damage, try to deal some damage to the tower, and then afterwards I would just go back immediately afterwards and try to make a play otherwise. So again, the enemy has the opportunity and they take it. So they had the possibility to get into the tower range here. Unfortunately, as I said, she's really, really, really powerful. But I think she underestimated my damage at this point. Like, you should not stand around Roxie at all. Like, you just should not do that. And now I do get the kill, unfortunately, and that is the really bad case in this stage of the game. Hayate was killed. If Hayate would have gone for another kill, a fed Hayate is at the moment one of the most serious threats in Arena of Valor by far. He is just one of the best AD carries right now in the game. And as you can see, like how tanky armor is at this stage of the game. And you should not follow up something like that. And we did. And that is just a huge mistake. And I do get killed here nearly. I say nearly because I didn't. And this is the bloodbath that the crowd wanted to see. Super stupid play by the Irie here. And I do get in a leading 5-0-0. But the problem is I am supposed to be the tank. And I don't have the damage to kill the enemy front or midline. That is going to be a problem that you're going to see immediately afterwards. And therefore, the kill dispersion, like who's got the kills on our team and who's got the assists, is in a really bad fashion. So we've got, and like if you take it, we've got 9 kills right now, and half of these kills is on my account. So I've got more than half of the kills at the moment. And that means Hayate's got 1 or 2. Butterfly's got 1 or 2, and eventually Dio-chan has 1 or 2, but that's not sufficient. It's just not enough to make it work, and we outplayed them again. I think that was really, really good. You can see the shield capabilities of her are actually quite nice if you take Regrowth with you as one of the better enchantments. Unfortunately, a lane against Butterfly, she is just no match for him. He's got just 3 kills. That's the problem. He's really, really good right now. Like he's always been, but I think he has just gotten some hotfix increase. Every single time I see him, he just wrecks entire enemy teams, and that's something that's quite problematic. So we've got ourselves here a little armor, but then we do not get the continuous damage. Like it's always this little tiny bit missing, where we just would have needed another shot from Hayate, and we don't get it. And that sucks. I just don't have the damage, that's the problem. And this is like, I should have freezed the screen. This is the perfect situation what the problem about this team composition is. We've got Zuka standing in the middle lane. We've got Dio-chan is now kind of roaming in. We've got Hayate who's doing some kind of minor business down on the solo lane. And then we've got Laville pushing the stuff out of us. So as you can see right now, 3 people of our team have already been killed. Just 2 of the enemy team. Now we are going down to 4 people killed from our team and 3 people from the enemy team. But it is enough. We've got Laville who is poking into the towers, and he just managed to get into the inner range, and that's really difficult and really dangerous right now, because it just means that there's 1 tower between us and the enemy. And I just realized that I don't have the in-game sound for you guys because I'm still wearing headphones, so you need to bear with me. There will be no sound today. Oh my god, I just 10 minutes recorded, and now I just stumbled across this. Okay, so let's continue with the game. We could even skip it a little bit further. What do you guys think? Should we just wait for another 10 minutes? No, I think we can just skip the game into, let's say, 15 minutes, so that the whole video is a little bit shorter for you guys. 15 minutes played. As you can see, I've just been from 6-1 something, 6-1-1 or 6-1-2. I now went to 6-4-8. Abyssal Dragon has been taken by the enemy team already. We have a 1 Darkslayer as well. We've got a 1-9 Zuka at the moment. That means a third of all the deaths from our team are on Zuka's account right now. We're going into the Abyssal Dragon, and now this is like basically that is the motto of the game. We've defended the Abyssal Dragon, the enraged Abyssal Dragon, and my team is not clever enough to get the buff. You kill it for the buff. You kill it for the buff, and you kill it for the other buff. I'm glad that Hayate actually found his way into it, But as you can see right now, the enemy has done a really good job. Oh, that's so cool with the eyes. Enemy has done a really good job. They have been closing into the inner tower, so the first tower is already down. And I'm quite surprised after skipping into some minutes further that we have managed to actually get into the tower range kind of in a same fashion. So we've got one tower more that we need to damage. Of course, the enemy is a little bit further ahead, but actually it's not looking that bad, 23 versus 27. But as I said before, the main issue is the whole team split. So now we are splitting here, trying to get into the tower range. We do get Ivory here for free. We're super lucky. And now we can't continue to poke any further because now I think Dirac is here. Yeah, Dirac. Dirac is here. I need to get out. I made it barely. So this was a big misplay by myself. Should have taken into account that they might just be quick enough. They have just been wiped before. And armour has just so much health right now. I mean, basically the idea or the problem behind the whole build is that we're trading life and tankiness over some more damage and utility. That's what the Roxie build is all about. So it might be helpful to go on full tank, but I need to play test this. Really nice situation here. One of the strongest characters in the game, Elaine, is just nuked down by the whole team effort. But now the team's kind of like composing, like what are they supposed to do? What should they do? Armour comes in from the side. Armour is able to get into the backline here with ease. Of course, we don't have any tank, but he's just able to get into it. Our assassin is killed. Zuka is killed for another time. Hayate, of course, with his mobility, is able to get out here. Dio-chan kills Laville, which is really, really good. But now we are closing in and encountering, and we don't have sufficient damage. As I said, that's the basic problem of this team. We don't have the damage, and now we are all so low health-wise that we need to get out and get back, or at least go back to farming or something. Just do something useful, but we can't engage any further. I'm about to get my last item right now. I'm about to get the last item that's going to help me survive. The good thing is for Roxie players, or for players who haven't played Roxie in quite a while, her mana management is ace. So beforehand I was really struggling with my mana, because when you are having your first ability activated all the time, you will just see that the mana has deplenished quite fast in the past. But these days it's going to be actually quite good, because it does replenish when you are using your abilities all the time. So go for it. You can basically maintain it all the time without a problem, but of course you should always pay attention to your mana bar. So again, my team is split and everyone is going onto the bottom lane. As I see this, of course, I'm going to get to them in order to prevent some incoming damage. And now there we go. I'm going to tank a lot of the damage, and what's happening is that the complete alpha damage is missing. We don't have sufficient damage to put it through. And as you can see, yeah, that's it. That is the game. That's the title of the game. Quad kill from Laville. And Laville was strong. He's really good on gold. Like, he's full build. His gold management was ace. And the problem is he had only 3 kills before, because that was a quad kill. Now he has 7. Dirac 9-1. Dio-chan did not put anything to stop him in his tracks. She did not have a solution for him to stop him. And that is the game. And now imagine playing this kind of game before you go to bed. I was in tears. Not really, but somehow. So yeah, it's all about what's the verdict? What's the verdict of this? Roxie feels really, really good. I like the kit even more than before, but you do need to have a team which is able to get you some damage, because the first initial strike is not the stuff that's going to win you the game. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.